Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Andrianova, and I'm a registered outfitter guide in the state of Oregon. I offer guided spiritual hikes in Oregon and California in the Mount Shasta area in southern Oregon. Um, I was kind of guided to start recording short videos in regards to the hikes and just helpful tips for people who like to hike, and how do you go about the gear, exploring the area if you're new to the area, or if you're on vacation, or if you are looking for a guided nature tour. I've been hiking pretty much my whole life. I've done backpacking trips in the Grand Canyon. I hike every day in southern Oregon almost, as well as northern California, and explored this area a lot. So I know many tips and stuff like that. So the first video I wanted to do about outfitter guides, and I know it's becoming kind of popular for people who don't want to deal with the whole research, figuring out where to go, or how hard the trails are, or if someone wants just to have a guided experience with some energy work and meditation, and if it's like a more spiritual journey, then yes, it's kind of hard to plan it all by yourself. So people normally turn to outfitter guides or someone who's registered and has all the capabilities of taking people into the wilderness. Now, not a lot of guides out there are registered, and not all of them are qualified to do that. And once in a while, there's stories about people who were caught because they weren't registered, or they weren't licensed, or they took people out and they didn't have the right permits. So the first thing, if you are thinking about going with an outfitter guide, first of all, you need to do the research about the company and the people. How familiar they are with the area, how good they know the wilderness. Do they do it on a regular basis, or do they just do it once a month? Do they have all the licenses? Again, for example, state of Oregon requires the outfitter guides to have permits. And also they require to be certified in first aid and CPR. So you have to make sure when you go on their website, or any other information or brochures, or when you talk to them, that those people are licensed and they're registered and they have the proper training, because you do need to be certified in some kind of first aid in case something happens. Another thing that you want to check on their website, and again, if you're talking to them, is that they have the permits, because most of the wilderness areas, they belong to the federal government or the state. So that would be either a national forest, or it would be BLM, Bureau of Land Management, or it would be a state park or national park. So all of those places require permits for commercial use. And again, if those people are not registered, if they don't have the permits, then chances are they probably don't have the insurance. And again, if you are injured or anyone else is injured, nobody knows if that outfitter guide is going to cover all the expenses related to the injury. So when you apply for the permits with parks and the national forest, they do check that you have all the required certification, and that you have all the proper permits. And those permits, they are given for a certain time frame, and then you have to renew it. So when you go to someone's website, you are going to see that information, because they are required to disclose it. So check for that. Also check for reviews. Make sure that maybe you ask other people if they like that outfitter guide and their tours. Also, just read Google reviews or what they have on their website. For example, for me, because my hikes are spiritual in nature, it involves like energy work or Reiki or meditations. You want to make sure that someone like that knows what they're doing and they have clients who are satisfied, obviously. So again, if you are going with an outfitter guide on a guided tour, make sure that you check for all those things so your trip is, not a disaster, and that you feel safe and secured, and that, the person that you are relying on, that they have all the proper knowledge and all the proper equipment and tools to take you out into the wilderness. Because while most of the trails can be done without a guides, there's still some of them still are not, there's some danger, whether it's, some parts where there are cliffs, or whether it's the wildlife, because again, if someone who goes into the wilderness on a regular basis, they know how to handle the wildlife. They know how to handle a cougar or a bear, because those things are possible in the West Coast. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, and I want to keep those videos short. Again, I'll be sharing more about it. I think next one I'll do about the equipment and gear for the hikes, in terms of what you need to have with you in your backpack, what kind of clothing and stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and if anyone has any questions in regards to that or wants more information, please don't hesitate to contact or leave a comment. Or if you want to share your experience with an outfitter guide, then yes, please, welcome to do that in the comments, or you can also send me an email. I like to show people where I'm at. I like to record those videos in nature. So I'm actually on a hike right now, and I'm here for the first time after the winter. I couldn't hike here in the winter without snowshoes. This is my first time on this trail after the winter. There's still some snow, as you can see. There's snow around me, but not as much. And it was a very beautiful trail with beautiful views. I'm located in Ashland, Oregon, and it's really pretty and beautiful area. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.